Hey, good morning. So Open Cockpit Day is happening this Saturday. We're at Minter Field Air Museum, and we will have more when we come right back.
Good morning, Kalina.
Good morning, Aaron. So check it out. I mean, we have a lot of cool aircrafts on display right now. Apparently, this was the largest training base in the West Coast during World War II, and it's right here in our backyard, literally, Shafter. And I have one of the most passionate men I have met in my entire life when it comes to this stuff, Ronald Pierce, here with me. So tell me about Open Cockpit, but I want to know what your relationship is with all of this, because I know you have some personal history to it.
Well, my dad worked out here during the war, and I can remember as a young person coming out here with him when he worked out here, and it sort of means something to me, Minter Field.
Now, you told me something about birthdays before we came on camera. Do you mind sharing that story one more time?
I'm at the age of 78, and I'm proud of it. Because
you look great.
Because I feel that I have lived in a real nice era.
Good. Okay, so let's get to the airplanes. Yeah. So this one, you were describing it to me earlier.
This is a BT-13. The BT stands for Basic Trainer. Mm-hmm. They had 450 of these sitting out here during World War II. They tell me that they had at least 200 of them in the air going training pilots. They trained over 11,000 cadets during World War II.
That is incredible. And I actually got on one of the wings earlier for our teas, and it was pretty cool, pretty interesting. Now let's get to the pop quiz you gave me before we got on camera, because he stumped me on a couple of them. My math isn't as good as it was back in the day. Let's start off with the plane, then the flag.
Okay, the tri-wing back here, it was a replica of the Red Baron in World War I. That's what he flew, and that's what he won some of his shooting down the enemy, our airplanes during World War I.
Okay.
That was actually a German airplane replica. And if you look up above it just a little bit, you'll see a huge flag. If you can count real quick, you'll notice that there's only 48 stars on that flag. That is because it is a World War II flag. The additional stars were created by entering Alaska and Hawaii as states.
Good job. Thank you so much, Ronald. So we're going to be here all morning long on KBAK with this man and more aircrafts. And I hear we have special guests that are going to join us in a little bit. So stick with us. We'll have more from this
Minter Field.
Minter Field. I almost said Meadows Field. Minter Field Air Museum in Shafter. Back to you guys. Thanks for correcting me, sir.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Kalina, and find out for me later in the commercial break, I believe that's the same airfield that they used for the movie North by Northwest with Cary Grant. A very special scene from there. Find out about that for me when we come back. Northwest was the movie shot there. The famous scene from Alfred Hitchcock's film.
We have the answer for you. So, Sir Ronald, Aaron is asking about North by Northwest, that movie. Was it shot here?
No, it was shot out west of Wasco. And actually, if you look at the movie again, you'll see that the cornfield was real dry when he ran through the cornfield. They actually bought that cornfield and picked it up, pulled it up by its roots, and went out in the desert out west of Wasco and drilled holes and put it in the ground.
There's your answer, Aaron. Were you listening? Perlman?
I love it. It's great history. Thank you so much, Kalina.
Very, very good history. Now, another piece of history, what I'm sitting in right now. Of course, again, we're at Minter Field Air Museum, and this is an OH-6. Okay, so it's a light observation helicopter, what I'm being told, and it is from the,
they call it a Loach.
A Loach, okay, and it's from Vietnam, the Vietnam era, and it's pretty interesting, you know. It's very it's almost chilling to get inside some of these things. And you know, I grew up in Modesto. We don't have stuff like this. At least I don't remember being in anything like this. So this is actually really, really cool. So explain to me when this was used and some of, I guess, the little details on it. And it's going to be here this weekend for the cockpit.
Yes,
okay.
It was used in Vietnam, and this weekend at Open Cockpit, you can have your children actually sit in this helicopter and bring out a camera or your cell phone, and you can actually take pictures of them sitting in this helicopter out here at Open Cockpit from 10 to 2 on this Saturday.
This is so, so cool. You have so many cool things here, Ronald. What else do we have? Because I was looking at this earlier, and your grandson, was explaining to me some of the stuff on here. So what was this used for?
This was a A-26 attack bomber. One of the person that owns this has it out here at Minterfield. He let us borrow it to show the people. It will be out here. People can get up close to it.
Now, I was going to say, you told me earlier that this was refurbished and some of the things were taken away, but we can see some of the detail from before.
It actually had guns and stuff in it. It has bomb bay doors and different things on it, and like I said, it was an attack bomber in World War II.
So interesting. And so how big is something like this, and how big is this whole area?
The wingspan on this attack bomber is 70 feet from wingtip to wingtip, and it's 50 feet from nose to tail.
That is huge. Okay, so we are going to be hanging out here again all morning. Sorry, I had my back turned to you. I was just so engaged with what was going on. We ran out of time. We're going to get to this guy when we come right back with Ronald here with me again at Minter Field Air Museum. Stick with us. Open Cockpit happening this Saturday. We're doing a preview for you today. We'll be right back. Right now, back to you guys.
I love Kalina and her helmets all week long. I think it's probably like the fourth helmet, or no, the third helmet she's worn.
It's going to be my thing now. It's going to be my thing.
Okay, that's a
What's
great
that?
thing to have. So thank you so much, Kalina. All right.